Kia ora everybody, it is Heather here from Love Literacy, and today we are going to be looking at the spelling and sounds of this little digraph here. So this digraph here is quip. So when the Q and the U come together to form the sound quip, and this is what we're going to be exploring today. So what we need is handy whiteboard, handy pen, and today I actually do have some pens that work. So just letting you know about some of the dialogue that I use when I'm teaching students a new sound, and also how you can differentiate between teaching your early learners and perhaps a few older learners as well. So whenever I'm starting out with teaching something new, my dialogue is pretty specific. So I'll say something like, today I'm going to teach you a new sound and spelling combination. Today we're looking at this one here. When the Q and the U come together, they form the sound qu. Now, Q by itself actually represents qu, but and U by itself represents U or A. So the Q really doesn't change its sound, but still together we don't give it qua or quiu. So yes, technically, when they're together, they do form a new sound, and that is our Q and our U. So a really interesting fact, Q and U are always together in the English language, so Q is not seen without the U. And as far as I know, in the English language, we do not have words that start with CW or KW. And I like to drive this point home to a lot of my students. I work with a lot of students who are dyslexic, dysgraphic, have some kind of difficulty with language, and letting them know this little trick that if you've written down CW, it's not right. Something is not right. In the English language, C and W and K and W don't go together. So that's a really important fact that I like to drive home when teaching Quill. If I'm starting off with my early learners, I will definitely keep my words nice and short, following that short vowel pattern. So we will be looking at words like quit, quiz, and quill, and quip. So it's actually an opportunity to bring in some slightly more interesting vocabulary, even at that lower level. Like a quip is something funny or short, a short, sharp reply, a quip. And a quill is a word for an old-fashioned pen. So used to write when they used to write with feathers. That is your quill. So you can take it up a notch as well if you've got high flyers with words like quest and quilt. So we've still got that nice short vowel in there. And of course, once you've taught silent E, you can have words like quite. And if you've taught a CK, you can have quick. So you've got quite a few options once you start working through your scope and sequence to bring us back to qu each time. As you get into your long vowel sounds there, you've got quail as well. You're working with older learners who perhaps just need a little bit of reinforcement of sounds and spellings. Then you can actually even work with some higher level language, like for example, quarry, uh, quandary, quorum, to name a few there. And it's also, I sort of feel like it's important that there are a few words. These ones are mostly Latin based, but you have got a few words which are French based where the Q and the U doesn't represent our qu sound. It actually represents our k sound, which is French based. French based. So, for example, antique, and I can't think of one. Give me 1 second. So I've actually taken the time to write up a couple more here: antique, unique, and check. So antique we had, check I just wrote, and unique we've got as well. So just bearing in mind that when you hear that sound at the beginning, sound at the end. You've got check, antique, and unique. And another really interesting one, lest I forget, is the word Q. And if you actually think about the very beginning of that, it actually has the sound K, K, U. So the rest of it all has the U sound, Q. So yeah, that is one to point out again. So starting simple, moving to complex, and then once you've done all that, make sure you constantly refer back to your sound in your sound pack. I do sell these sound packs online if you're interested. And then, of course, in our handy digraph packs, this one here, we do only have the more simple, easier words in there, like our quit, quiz, quest. So they're definitely focusing more on the short vowel sounds. So just so you know that you can roll back to learning within your Yeet Digraphs pack as well. So make sure you're making meaning from the words, because we know that to complete the cycle of orthographic mapping, we need to make meaning from these words, put these words in sentences, play lots of games, but the biggest thing is drawing meaning from our words. So there you go. For you in a nutshell, taking it through simple to complex. Let me know in the comments if I've missed anything or if there's anything else that you'd like me to do.